feel like body language is enough conversation sometimes.
No, it's not. No, it's not. They got
the night.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, body language is not enough conversation. He's right. Body language is not enough in communication. You have to express yourself to people sometimes. They have to hear you say it, in a lot of cases, to believe you. If you don't say it, some people will just ignore the red flags and continue. Hello guys, this is Joseph for Joseph Teaches Power Dynamics. In today's video, we're going to break down some crazy video coming to us today by tonight's conversation. Now, this video is wild, but I want to break down the power dynamics component of this video and give you guys some pointers on ways to move when it comes to your relationships, when it comes with both personal relationships and social relationships. Now, before I go into the video, if you haven't watched my channel before, power dynamics is basically a way of understanding the dynamics between either two individuals or a group of individuals, which could involve society and also like social relationships. With power dynamics, understanding how people communicate, you can influence how they move, how they treat you, how they think, both in a positive and negative way. Understanding power dynamics is the key to being in control and influencing the relationships that you want so that you can have the life that makes sense for you. Now, before I get into the video, I want you guys to like, share, comment, subscribe, and push this video so that we can get more reach. And I hope you enjoy the content. Let's get into it.
Good times, a good laugh, and great vibes. She's been dating a guy for almost 2 years, like real dating. Good times, a good laugh, and great vibes. They've kissed, hugged, but when it comes to night, they go their separate ways. They spend the night a couple times and make excuses when it's time to get intimate. What is the problem? Why can't they go past kissing?
All right, girl, give me that question. What you
gotta read that
you were
again.
talking to
You
read it louder. Okay. I've been dating this guy for almost 2 years. Real dating, good times, lots of laughter and great vibes. We've kissed. Stay at that mic. You her avatar. We've kissed, hugged, but when the night ends, we go our separate ways. He spent the night a couple times, excuses me when it's time to get intimate. Why can't we go beyond kissing? All right, there we go. So basically, this man, they've been dating for how long? 2 years? And they ain't fucked not once?
Where's his wife?
He got a little dick.
Where's his wife?
He's scared.
Hold on, no.
He got no dick at all.
Hold on. I'm on my abstinent journey. And if y'all can do it, we can do it too. And maybe you just ain't earned the dick yet. And
All right, so I want to pause for a second. Obviously, looking at what the individuals on the stage are talking about, that's not really what I want to highlight. What I really want to highlight is the relationship dynamics between this woman that wrote this information and the individual that she's dealing with. You see, the thing about this relationship dynamics that I'm picking up on is that with this particular woman, she's chosen a man that she sees as difficult to attain because he's 100% married. He's a married man who is building a romantic connection with her, right? But this romantic connection isn't going beyond the boundary that she wants it to go beyond. The boundary could be obviously sexual intimacy. She knows that this man is married. She knows that this man has a wife at home, but she's choosing to still engage in a potential romantic relationship. What I would say that I'm picking up on with this relationship dynamics that she's on has a lot to do with her trust of self, some of the things that she's being told by society, and the fact that she herself is looking at this as, I'm trying to gain something that's hard to attain. Typically, when someone is married, right, you kind of close off when you hear they have a wife, or you close off whenever you hear that they have a husband, because there's a commitment involved. It's a lot harder to separate married people, especially if, especially because marriage involves paperwork and a lot of legalities. But what people fail to see in the power dynamics has to do with the two different dynamics at play here. One is the marriage dynamics that the man has with his wife, where a certain need may not be met, and the other is a power dynamics that he has with this new woman, where a certain need may be met. In the context of the situation, sometimes a man might be in a marriage where he's not being complimented, where he's not being reassured, where he's not being affirmed, where he's not getting the romantic love that he was receiving from the woman when they first got married or when they were dating. Now he's in a marriage where his life is so routine that he's kind of a little bit like not too pleased with the routine that it's settled into. So now he wants to branch out and explore other options that allows him to fulfill that romantic gesture that he enjoyed about her when they were first dating before they got married. But he's seeking that with another woman. So the power dynamics in this scenario is two power dynamics at play. The marriage power dynamics, which is the one that he has with his wife, and obviously the power dynamics when it comes to the woman that he's courting outside of the marriage, i.e. adultery, right? I say this to say is, in the marriage side of things, it seems as though his wife is in control of their relationship dynamics and is influencing him in a way that he's not very pleased. And because he doesn't have any control in that relationship, he's now translating control into this new relationship where he's the one restraining from sexual activity, but still doing the romantic gestures that he enjoyed back when he was single. Now, I'm not saying that he's right in what he's doing. I'm just breaking down how to understand what went wrong with his marriage and what, we can see is going wrong in this new relationship outside of the obvious adultery. I would say what's going on with his relationship, i.e. his marriage, is that he's not being fulfilled in a certain aspect of his life that he got when he first got with his wife before they got married. And in terms of that fulfillment, he's now getting that fulfillment from the woman that is, the new woman. But the new woman is not quite fulfilled either, because she's now trying to figure out how to separate him from his current marriage, not realizing that she's doing more damage to herself than to than she realizes. And I'm going to explain more of that as we go on. But let's hear what these guys have to say about it.
And when I feel comfortable, Trill, with letting you explore my body, I can, but you're not showing the effort and the energy I need. Cool. Anybody else?
I'm a little confused on the question still. So we're saying that she's been dating a guy for 2 years. They spend a lot of time at each other's house. Every time it gets late, he makes an excuse to leave to go to...
No, he'll spend the night. He just won't have sex.
Okay,
so he spent the night, but he just won't have sex.
And they cuddle. And hold on, come to this mic. When they cuddle, do she feel that thing on her back?
Most definitely.
She feel that thing on her back.
For sure.
So we know it worked.
For sure.
Has she ever tried to suck it? Because I'm going to tell you something. I ain't never said, ugh, stop. I have never done that in my life. Take my dick out your mouth.
The nigga gay.
Has she ever tried to just kiss it a little bit?
I don't know. I get irritated just listening to
Tell
it.
her ass come up here, please.
Yeah.
We got questions.
We got questions. So you don't know this part?
No, because I get irritated because I feel like it should have been in
Girl, if you don't speak up.
She in this motherfucker whispering.
I get irritated talking about it because I feel like it should have been done across those lines.
All right, so anybody else here got an opinion about this situation?
Now, before they state their opinion about the said situation and the nuance that of what they're talking about, what I want to kind of discuss a little bit is the reaction of people in the video, especially the ones on stage and also the audience. So here's the thing, right? Although this conversation is being, how can I say it, put out there as a like, like a dilemma of sorts, right? With this mystery woman. What I want to highlight is the fact that people are already drawing conclusions in their mind about the situation and putting themselves in the shoes of the other individual, the man, right? And really thinking how they would respond to the situation and how they would have moved in that situation without really understanding who the man is, or without really understanding his full context of where he's coming from, why he hasn't consummated this adulterous relationship, as I will call it. I want to say something, and I want to highlight this keep this in mind when you're dealing with relationship dynamics as well as social relationship dynamics. In social relationship dynamics, everybody have a certain moral code. Everybody has a certain line that they don't feel they want to cross, right? They're like, I don't want to cross that line. That's not my thing. That's nasty to me. And that in itself is what I want to highlight here. As people are reacting to this story, right, and they're thinking to themselves, this is kind of weird. I don't know. I'll probably move this way or move that way. What they failed to realize is that situation, you may react differently to this situation than what it is that's being mentioned. We're not analyzing the context of the relationship that he has with his wife. We're not seeing the lack that he's not getting. The things he's not receiving from his relationship is influencing him to explore elsewhere. But in his mind, he doesn't want to cross the line of having sexual intimacy, because to him, the sexual intimacy means he's crossed the line, but he doesn't realize that he's crossed the line in the romantic sense. So everyone is trying to associate it with sex because our society is heavy on sex, but everyone is missing the big picture here. There's something that he's not getting from his wife. He's now trying to get it from this mystery woman. And this is where the problem lies. The woman wants more, right? The woman wants more from this man, knowing that he's still married, instead of her removing herself from the situation. And he wants less from her because he knows there's a boundary that he doesn't want to cross. And long story short, he's the dominant in this power dynamics at play. Because one, he's still married, right? So his wife initially is the dominant person in their marriage because she's influencing him to act in a way that is not honest or genuine. But in this relationship dynamics, he's the dominant here because he's the one that's controlling how the relationship is moving. So it's basically a situation where dominance flows from his wife over, right? So the wife dominates him because he cannot express the things he wants. And then he dominates the woman, right, who is trying to get him to do more, but she's trying to dominate him as well. So I'm going to jump to conclusion and say, based on what I'm hearing, he seems a man who is trying to be in control, but he's dealing with two different women who like to be in control. One is in control of the marriage by not giving him the stuff that he wants, right, i.e. the wife, and the other is trying to control the relationship that he has with her, but is failing at doing so. And hence the question that she's asking in this context with her friend.
So hold on, time out. Because now we got to go there. So hold on. Just because I value my body and my spiritual energy, I got to be gay?
If you, no, don't do that.
That's what they say.
But so much can be solved with communication. Like,
Yeah,
have they had a conversation about why this is happening? Or I know you're the representative, so you might not know.
She
But
right
like,
there. No, I'm just playing.
oh, it's you. Come to the mic.
Go ahead.
If it's
go
you,
ahead.
come to the
What
mic.
happened?
I feel like body language is enough conversation sometimes.
No, it's not. No, it's
You
not.
spend the night.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, body language is not enough conversation. He's right. Body language is not enough in communication. You have to express yourself to people sometimes. They have to hear you say it in a lot of cases to believe you. If you don't say it, some people will just ignore the red flags and continue.
Okay, if it happened one too many times, she need to say something. Like they need to have a conversation about the shit. Because
Man,
either
where the friend
nigga,
at? Come here.
either
Come
nigga got a
here,
little
friend.
dick,
Come
Thank
on.
you, friend.
We are.
or the
we are
nigga gay,
confused as
and
fuck.
he want a friend.
She
He
look
want a
like she
female
would've pulled
friend.
that dick out there.
All right, is that her?
That ain't her. That ain't her.
Is it? Oh, it is her. Thank you, because we need some clarification.
Thank you.
All right, we need some clarification. Don't worry, he won't see this. Oh, he ain't giving you no dick? Oh, shit. Hold on, time out. Oh, now I'm confused. I'm confused.
That's crazy.
Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, all right.
All right, so before I wrap up, I want to go over this section real quick, and then I'm going to give my final conclusion on this video. So the way the host is acting, the way they are reacting to the situation, I understand it. The way they're reacting to the situation basically tells me all I need to know. So the way they're reacting to the situation tells me all I need to know. To be really transparent with you, in our society, we like to make relationships extremely sexualized. And not everybody feels the same way. Some people don't want to have a sexual relationship with somebody, even if it's a romantic one. And it seems to me as though the individual in question does not want to have it be more than a romantic relationship. He doesn't want it to be sexual. And that could be his boundary. She's trying to cross his boundary, and he doesn't want to cross the boundary. So in this scenario, like I said, because the wife is the dominant in the relationship dynamics, he's finally getting the opportunity to be the dominant in this relationship dynamics, so that this way he can get back to feeling as though he's the man again in his relationships, versus, or in this case, he want to get back to feeling like he is the driver of your relationships instead of being a passenger. So in his marriage, he's a passenger, but in this relationship, he's the driver, and hence he's realizing the only way he can dominate this woman in this relationship where he's the driver is by not having sexual relations with her, and which is a different way of thinking, because a lot of the men think differently. They're thinking that you dominate a woman through sexual interaction, but the man is thinking, I'm going to dominate this woman to a mental interaction, and that's why it is the way it is, hence her being on stage. But let's go ahead and wrap up. I think I've seen enough. Let's go ahead and wrap up the rest of the video. And then I will wrap up the rest of the section that I want to see, but you could go and watch the rest of the video on your own.
All right,
I would hope.
you don't need to stand for that.
I would hope. I would hope before you brought this conversation to us, you brought it to him.
Yeah.
And what's the excuse?
I'm too drunk right now. No real excuse. Like you don't want this, babe. I'm too drunk right now.
So not one time in 2 years. Okay.
Third base.
What is it?
So no licky?
Have you seen it?
No, but that's all he says he wants to do.
Have
lick
you
it.
seen it?
Never seen it.
Have you
You've never-
felt it?
Never felt it.
Then you don't want no dick. You don't want no dick, for real. You only act like you do.
Okay. All right. Can I give you some real? Everybody look to your left, right, say shh. I'm gonna give you my opinion. It's my opinion only. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's a diet.
So maybe it is an equipment issue, but we're not gonna put this. Is this man over 40?
Yes.
He's over 40. Is he over 50?
No.
Okay. Let me just say this to you. Look to your left, right, say shh. This is one of those things where if this is something that you are growing increasingly uncomfortable with, what I think you need to do is remove yourself. Let me tell you why. Because nothing would destroy your self-confidence and your self-esteem like a nigga that don't want you like that. Sometimes you gotta mess with people that fuck with you that way. And every time this man is refusing your body, it may be doing something more and more to your self-esteem. You sit down. You are a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
There are men in Louisville that will lick you for the rooter to the tutor.
All right, I'm going to stop right there. I think I've seen enough. So basically, I think what he's trying to tell the woman is she needs to leave the relationship that she's in with this man and explore better pastures, which is good. Don't get me wrong, that's good. But you could go and watch the rest of the video. I want to conclude by saying, I don't think she should stay in the relationship as well, only because the power dynamics within the relationship is putting her in a mental place that she doesn't want to be in. The man is refusing to engage with her sexually. He really should not really be in the relationship with her, to be honest, because he is married, right? He should spend more of that romantic gestures and things on the wife that he has versus giving it to a mistress. And her knowing that the man is married means that she's kind of in the wrong also. She's really trying to ruin that marriage. She's trying to end that marriage and take the wife's place. So she's doing her play when it comes to the power dynamics spectrum, but she's playing it in a way that isn't healthy for her mentally and is not good for her in terms of what she really wants in life. So long story short, I think that in this scenario, she's going to have to take charge and end the relationship. Just off of the things that she's saying, it seems as though the man is more in control of the relationship than she is, and hence he's getting that, how can I say it, that he's getting that that itch scratch that he doesn't get scratched at his house with his marriage. He's getting that itch scratch with her, but I think what he really should do is sit down his wife and really communicate with her and express to her some of the challenges and frustration that he has within his marriage, and why he himself may not be romantically fulfilled in that marriage, and they figure out a way to romantically fulfill each other. Because it seems to me as though the wife is okay with the marriage as it is, but he's not okay with it. And what he should really do is sit down with her and work on a new power dynamics system that they can leverage for each other so that they can have the life that they want. Let me wrap up by saying, power dynamics is basically something that I teach. It has a lot to do with understanding the way your brain works, understanding the way your body works, understanding the way your brain, your mind, and your subconscious mind works. When you program your subconscious mind, it starts to teach your brain how to create autopilot mechanisms within your life and your body. This is where you start to do things without even thinking much about it, and hence that computerization of yourself. Most people get controlled by their brain, and hence they have a tendency or habits that they don't necessarily like, but they just do it anyway because they're used to that programming. You can start changing your programming by understanding the relationship dynamics that you have with yourself. And when you start understanding the relationship dynamics that you have with yourself, it can help you with your relationship dynamics when it comes to other people. And understanding that can allow you to be more in control of situations, or understand when you're being controlled. Being able to be in control of your life allows you to have the outcome that you want in the relationships that you're in, versus being a passenger in those relationships where somebody else is getting an outcome but that they're happy with, but you're not happy with it. With that being said, guys, if you like this type of content, like, share, comment, subscribe, share your opinion on my breakdown on this video. Share some experiences that you may have had within your marriages, certain things that you think could help other people in the comment section, and all the things that you noticed that I didn't notice within the video or within the conversation. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.